Namaskar. Welcome to day 6 of the 100 yoga practice days of Satvik Yogi path to the celebration of International Day of Yoga, which we will be celebrating together on 21st of June 2026. Yesterday, in Maharshi Patanjali Yoga Sutras 1.5, that is the fifth Yoga Sutra, we learned that the mind moves in 5 ways. We learned that the mind has 5 fluctuations or modifications. Today, in Yoga Sutra 1.6 or the 6th Yoga Sutra, Maharshi Patanjali names these 5 modifications. So, what are these? Let's find out. But I also want to tell you that when we know the modifications of our mind, the waves, the fluctuations of our mind, when we know the name, what it is, maybe we stop drowning in it. Now, the 6th Yoga Sutra is Pramāṇa-viparyaya-vikalpa-nidrā-smṛtayaḥ. Pramāṇa-viparyaya-vikalpa-nidrā-smṛtayaḥ. So let me explain that for you, what it means. Pramāṇ. Pramāṇ is the correct knowing. The correct knowing. Viparyaya. Viparyaya means the incorrect knowing. Vikalp. Vikalp is imagination, stories. Nidra is not the nidra or the sleep, but when the mind is in sleep. And the last one, smriti. Smriti is the memory. Pramāṇa-viparyaya, Pramāṇa-viparyaya-vikalpa-nidrā-smṛtayaḥ is the 6th Maharshi Patanjali's Yoga Sutras, 6th Yoga Sutra. These 5, the correct knowing, the incorrect knowing, the imagination, the sleep, when the mind is in sleep, and the memory, these are the 5 ways that color our day. When we can recognize the wave, we stop becoming the wave. So if I have to give you an analogy, I would say let's just imagine 5 birds flying across the sky of your mind. Remember, 5 birds flying across the sky of your mind. One bird brings clarity, Pramāṇa. One bird brings clarity, that's Pramāṇa. One bird brings confusion, the incorrect knowing. The third bird, or just one bird out of the 5, brings stories, imagination. One bird brings sleep. One bird brings memories. The sky does not chase the birds. Does not chase the birds. The sky simply watches them fly across. Just watches. And today we learn to be the sky. Hello, Pavitra. Pavitra Telluri. Hello. She writes, hi, Auntie. Hello, Pavitra. So wonderful to see you. Thank you for your comment. So let us put this into practice. And in Satvik Yoga, Satvik Yogi path that we are following, we practice navel centered breath awareness. And how do we do that? Place one hand, let me move a little bit further away from the camera. So let's just put one hand on your navel and let the breath rise and fall naturally. We have learned that when we breathe in, we focus on our navel and it extends, and as we breathe out, exhale, it distends. So let's do it. And remember, you take your own count. I would go with 3, and we also learned how to take counts for each breath in and out. I would do for 3, 1001, 1002, 1003. So we are practicing the navel-centered breath awareness. So let us just take slow 4 breaths, 4 breath cycle. So in 4 breath cycle, every time in every breath cycle, we will equalize our breath by first placing your one hand on over your navel. And also remember, back and spine straight and chin slightly tucked in. And if you are wearing glasses like me, you can just take it off, keep it aside, and just practice if you can hear me well. So let's do this. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Each time a thought appears, don't fight it, don't stop it, don't push it away. Simply return to your navel. Yes, not with force, but with remembrance. Breathe out, 2, 3, and the last. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. As we were doing this practice, the breath awareness practice, navel-centered breath awareness practice, I would like you to just observe the thought that comes in. No judging, just let it go. We are not judging, we are not pondering over the thought, just let it pass. And then the next thought comes in, just bring your focus to your navel and to your breath. Return to your natural rhythm. Now let us go ahead with some movement asana sequence. Yes, I'm seated on this chair. So what we could do, we practice Aṣṭāṅga Yoga, and which is entirely discipline focused, breath focused, awareness focused, and it is navel centered. This is how I practice discipline, breath, and awareness focused Aṣṭāṅga Yoga. So we do not have to put in a lot of effort to get into an asana or a posture. Just simple, as long as we are steady, we feel steady, and we are comfortable. So today, I'd like to share this with you. that your posture, how do you know that my posture is, I'm not making too much effort, I'm not pushing it hard? How do you make sure? You make sure when you are in a movement and you feel comfortable and you find your stability in that movement. That is your perfect posture, perfect movement. So let's do the first one, which is as I'm seated. So we'll do the sthiti, which is just it's a breath-led movement. So we will just, you can do it standing, or I'm just sitting on this chair. So now again, back and spine straight. If you have to, just roll your shoulders. And as you inhale, you lengthen your spine. If you're seating, if you're in a seated position, you can just lengthen your spine and take help and take support of the side of your chair. Or if you're standing, you would just lower your shoulders. So strengthen your spine. And you would just make it simple, not too hard. Let's do this. Breathe in, just stretch up. And release. Relax. One more time. Stretch. Breathe in. And release. Excellent. One last time. Now bring your focus to your navel. And now strengthen your spine. And relax. Excellent. Now we will go into Parshva Sanchalan. So in Parshva Sanchalan, we would just bend to our side. Let's do this. As we inhale, we lift our arm and we just turn to one side. Let's do this. Let me adjust. Here we are. So lift your arm and turn to one side. And it is your navel that should be guiding the movement. And to the other side. Stretch up and release. One more time. Raise to your side, to the other side, and stretch up and release. Excellent. Now we move on to the third. Every time, remember, we are focusing on our navel region, the navel-centered practice, and that will guide our movement. So we go into Vakra Sanchalan, or in standing, this is Vakrasan, but let's do it. Let's just stretch our hand forward. Yes, and just turn to one side as I'm seated. The other hand is holding the handle of the chair as support, and come back. And now on the other side. Give a good twist and come back. Hands down. Excellent. And the last one is Uttan Sthiti. So let's do it. in this one, we would bend forward. And again, remember, our navel should guide our movement. So here, raise your hands and forward. Now stretch as you go forward. Stretch, 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 and stretch. Stretch some more. And come back and release. And we do this one more time. Raise your hand and stretch. Now bend forward. Remember, your navel is guiding your movement. Now stretch, 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 and come back up. Stretch and release. Now, we will practice stillness, and this is my most favorite part. How do we practice stillness? There are many different ways of practicing stillness. Standing, sthit prarthanasan, and while we are seated, there is even easier way to practice stillness. But you may ask me question, why do we have to practice stillness? When our life is supposed to just keep moving and moving and moving. Because in stillness, we find the real us. You find the true you. Because when the water, remember we had an analogy where you are, imagine you're sitting by a lake, and the lake, the reflection of the sky you see, or you see your face, but if there is a ripple caused by maybe a leaf fell or a fruit fell in the lake, or someone just threw a stone in it, and the ripples created, and you can't, it's so blurry, you can't see your face. But in stillness, when there are no ripples, no modification, the clear lake, you can see yourself. That's why the true you is the you. All the modifications, the ripples, the waves, the colors, the birds, the modifications, these are modifications. When our mind like to act accordingly, thinking that the bird that is bringing confusion is that, oh, I'm confused. The bird that is bringing stories or imagination is, we tend to believe that, oh, that is me. But no, you're just the sky, the observer. You are the awareness. And that is exactly what we are practicing here. Now, stillness, the true nature of you is in stillness. And how do we practice that? So just if you're seated like me, sit comfortably, take a few short breaths. What I would do is I would place my hand on to my navel, or I would just place the right palm on the left, over the left, or just place just one hand over your navel, because we are putting all our focus onto our navel. So now take a few short breaths. Inhale, exhale. As soon as your mind starts to get bombarded with thoughts, just bring yourself to your navel and your breath. Just notice your mind the thought that comes in, just let it go. Now, at this time, when a thought comes, just observe and try to identify which bird is this. Is this the bird that is confusing? Is the bird bringing all different kind of emotions? You're just observing. Just observe. Is it clarity? Is it confusion? Is it imagination? Is it sleepiness? Or just a memory? Bring your focus onto your navel, because you're not chasing the bird. You're not pushing it away, the thoughts, the modifications. You're just watching it. And just return to your breath. So this stillness practice helps us identify which bird is it. The thought, the modifications of the mind, which one is it? Is it the clarity, Pramāṇa? Is it the imagination, the viparyaya? Or is it vikalpa, the imagination? Pramāṇa-viparyaya, Pramāṇa is right knowing, viparyaya is the incorrect knowing, confusion, vikalpa is imagination, nidra is mind in sleep, and smṛtaya, which is memory. So once you practice to identify the name of that thought, you will remember to be just an observer and not go with it. You're not chasing. And every time you feel confused, you're not able to identify, you'll just come back to your navel, your breath, and restart the practice. Once you have been able to identify the modification, whether something, the thought is confusing, remember, you are the awareness. You're not chasing the bird of confusion. So let's wrap up with 3 breaths. And this time, we breathe, but we exhale from our mouth. We breathe in through our nostrils and we breathe out through our mouth. We inhale gently and exhale completely. We do this 3 times. And I would count to 3, but you can count that suits you. Breathe in, 2, 3. Breathe out, 2, 3. Again, 2, 3. out. 2, 3. So today we met the 5 movements of the mind, the 5 birds, the 5 waves, the 5 colors. Remember the costumes? So you are not the costume. You're not the color. You're not the modifications. You are not the waves. You are the awareness. And awareness can be practiced when you can bring about stillness. So each time your mind moves, you would just come back to your breath, come back to the navel, come back to the quiet place within. Thank you for practicing with me today. The 6th Yoga Sutra of Maharishi Patanjali. This is from chapter 1, Samadhi Pad. Pramāṇa, the correct knowing. Viparyaya, confusion. Vikalpa, imagination or stories. The 4th one is Nidra, the sleepiness. The mind is in sleep. And the last, but not the least, is Smrtya, memory. We come back tomorrow with Yoga Sutra 1.7 and our practices around the 7th Yoga Sutra on 7th day tomorrow. Well, thank you everyone for showing up again on March 19th today, and until we meet tomorrow, stay warm, stay clear, stay open, and most importantly, stay honest to yourself. Thank you.